Okay, howdy, good morning. Thought I would take the time today to package some items. Simple day, not a lot going out. It's not a very hard thing. This is the way I do it. I figured I'd show you a few things. Maybe, I'm gonna do it a little different because usually I don't do bulk shipping because I'm always afraid I'm gonna put the wrong label on the wrong package. I do it one at a time. But what I'm going to do is package everything and weigh it and write the weight on the package and then go over to my computer after I finish packing and showing you all this and print the labels. Printing the labels, I assume everybody knows how to do that. And I'm sure everybody knows how to package. It's not rocket science. But first off, this is a tribute magazine, very few pages, very thin, to Brian Pillman, WWE wrestler back in the 90s. For that, I'll just use a plain manila envelope. Like I said, it's not rocket science. Place it in there, seal it up. This is being a magazine. I don't know if it has ads in it. I'll have to check. If it has ads in it, you're not supposed to ship it medium mail. If it don't have ads in it, I can ship it medium mail. Turn the scale on. Comes up to 3.2 ounces, which is under 4. Either way, it's going to be cheap. So, but what I would do, of course, just close it up. And then always put at least one strip of tape across right here. Sometimes I make it long enough so it comes around to the side. You don't have to do that. If you want to wet it, lick it, whatever, and close it, that's up to you. But I'd rather put the tape on there and have a little bit of extra security so it don't come open. When I first got started selling stuff, I was selling some VHS tape of Wayne's World, and they got lost. They found the package and it was ripped open. Usually what I do is I also run a piece of clear tape, like in an X, on both sides and tape the seams. It's a little extra work. It's probably, some of y'all probably saying that's stupid and a waste of time, but I think it's like some other reseller said one time, how much would you pay for what's the word, a sense of safe arrival of your package, I guess I'm trying to say. And that's what I'll do. Next up will be two different games here that I sold. Star Wars Lego and Street Fighter 4. Those are simple. Get my little 9x7s. eBay. Got these with my store subscription. $50 a month. If you have a store subscription, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I ain't gonna suggest you get one because you may not need one, but if you do get one, the higher the subscription you get, the more money you get each month to buy supplies from eBay. Kind of redundant. They give you money back. They give you 1 month back pretty much for 6 months. Is it 6? No, 4 months. So basically you're only paying for 3 months, but you have to use their supply stuff. What I'm doing right now, I had some come in. I don't know if y'all can see where the dots are, where they perforated and glued the side together. I had a shipment come in that wasn't done right, and eBay did send out a new shipment. I still use the old ones because all you gotta do is just tape up the sides. But I didn't find it very professional of them to do something like that. I wish I had one to show you. But they made it right, and I still use them. So I'm not going to waste them. But like with the video games here, it's like I said, it's not rocket science. Insert tape. You would peel the self-peel stuff off, tape it up. Once again, I'd put a strip of tape on it. It's just safety for me, you know, so that it has less of a chance of opening and spilling out. You know, put it on the scale. Games are supposed to be shipped first class. Some people ship them media. You can, but the USPS is was set up to open media mail to check it. I sold a yearbook one time, a yearbook, and they opened it and said that I owed more shipping, or the guy was going to return it. I never got it back, and I don't know. I guess the guy paid for it. I don't know. But let's see, 5 ounces. So you're talking about maybe 4.25 first class, depending on where it's going. In fact, yeah, over 4 ounces. If it was under 4 ounces, 4 ounces or under, it may be under $4. So media is $3.65. So you ain't spending that much more. Just spend your extra money and do it right, people. Of course, same thing here. Voila. Scale 4.2, 5 ounces. That's not 4 ounces, people. Next up is a shirt. This was my mother's. I wore it for a while. I liked it, but the collar's getting kind of tight. I do have a very big neck. Not that you can see it with my beard. Let me grab something. Sorry about that. But I put this in every one of them. Not necessarily this one. I do have some that already have some old ones in it. I package them up sometimes with thank you card in them. I always put clothing in a paper bag. That way, in case the outer bag tears, the product don't get wet. And of course, I tape it up so it's. This will go on a poly mailer. What I'll do here, and this person gave me a good idea. I ordered these off eBay. I'm not happy with it because it's a very generic, cheap thank you card, which from the looks of it, yeah, it's generic and cheap. But it looks like just a piece of paper. It looks like they went on their printer and printed up thank you cards and then sold them. But that got me thinking. And I found some software that my dad had that had business cards. So I'm going to try to copy this and make my own business cards from now on. And thank you notes to put in with the... Because I always hated it says we. Well, it's me. It's not a we, it's a me. So I. But if I already have it packaged and don't have it in there, sometimes I'll reopen it. But sometimes I don't have to. I can just slide it right in there. There you go. And then poly mailer. And remove and close, and once again, tape. You're thinking, man, you're wasting a lot of tape. Well, would I want to waste a lot of tape, or would I want a lot of lost packages? I'd rather tape it and have that other extra sense of security that this package is going to arrive with the content. Now, poly mailers, I don't run the X or anything. Should I? I don't know. Maybe. You know, anything can happen. So then you throw it on the scale. Once again, if it's under a pound, first class, 11 ounces. So we're probably talking $5, $5.50. And last, and of course, if you don't know how big your packages are, tape measure and measure it. But the last thing, I don't know if y'all saw one of my other videos, this DVD player that got returned. She said it didn't work and it skipped. Well, I watched an entire movie with nothing wrong. The only thing that was wrong when I sold it the first time, I sold some RCA cables with it. And I did that to draw a little extra attention to it. You know, now when someone buys it, if they don't have some RCA cables, they got to find some. I would have had, you know, ready to go, plug it in. But I noticed when I plugged it in, it didn't work too well, and I wiggled one and it worked. That may have been the problem. So it wasn't the DVD player, it was the RCA cable. So I got rid of the RCA cable and relisted it. I did have a universal remote that works completely with it. And I don't know how much I sold all this stuff for. I'm not here about pricing, I'm here about packing. Now, to pack this, there's the trick. This has to be a Frankenbox. Let me show you. Okay, so some of you may or may not know what a Frankenbox is. I've taken one already. Sound like something was in it. And taped up the end because I don't trust just that piece of pull and tape that they put on it. And if you do, you're a fool. But I did one and just taped up one end. Now the reason why is because there is one box. It's called a game box. And it is long enough for this. But as you can see here, this is not. So what you have to do, you have to take another box. I'm not going to tape the end of this one up just for time consumment. Actually, I probably shouldn't. Well, I have to do this to show you more of what I'm talking about. See, you think you could just trust that? But anyway. Of course, I would bubble wrap this. And then I'll stick it down in here. Put everything in this. And you bubble wrap it because if you ship it like this, you are not going to get a review very good. And it's probably going to get damaged. This is what you do now. Usually what I do on either this side or this side, I'll cut all these flaps off. You don't need them, and it's a little extra weight. You probably could cut the box in half. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Anything to cut down on the weight is a good idea. But then you just fit it over. And this takes a little finessing. It's not going to fit perfectly. You might even rip the box up the side. You just push it down till it reaches, and there you go. This is legal with FedEx. I don't care what people tell you. I don't even care what the USPS people tell you. I have seen numerous of videos of people that I trust that use this, that have said, and I've used this before too, that said that someone at the USPS place said it's not legal. It is legal. Read their bylaws. And then you would just securely tape this in this way. That's what I do, to make sure these two boxes stay together. And that's how you would ship this, and it goes as priority. The only way this does not count is if you were using flat rate boxes. And considering there are not flat rate boxes this big, or what were they called? The area box, A and B, regional, the regional boxes. You couldn't do it with regional boxes, but you can do it with ordinary, plain, priority mail boxes. So that's just the way I do things. Now I was just wanting to show you, to give you a little idea on how to pack stuff and how to do just the simple basics. So if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Please go back and watch some of my other videos. Maybe subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.